Okay, you guys, I want to talk about how to calculate someone's due date. This will be on your NCLEX, this will be on a quiz, and this certainly will be on my test. So it's rather simplistic, very easy. You just have to get the hang of it. So the rule is called Naegele's rule, and it is on page 302 of your Loudermilk text. So you can look at it there, but I'm actually going to do a couple for you so that you can see them. So your due date is called your estimated date of delivery, your estimated date of birth, or your estimated date of confinement, your estimated due date. They're all the same thing. It means when the baby is due. So you guys, there's a couple of things that we have to have in order for this calculation to work. Number one, you have to have normal menses. That was spelled incorrectly. You have to have normal menses. If you do not, if abnormal menses, meaning they don't come every 28 days, say for instance they come every month and a half, every 3 months, you may not have one for 6 months. If you have abnormal menses, you cannot use this calculation. You must, or the patient must have an ultrasound to determine the due date. Okay, so that's one thing we know. If the menses are abnormal, we cannot use this. Okay, and sometimes they'll ask you that on questions. They'll slip in there that the menstrual cycle is abnormal, and you have to say, you know, I can't calculate a due date for that. Number two is based on a 28-day cycle. Number three, this is under the assumption that ovulation and fertilization occurred around the 14th day. So we have all of that. Now there's a couple other things that we must remember. Number one is that every month has 30 days. And you say, but Dr. BT, February has 28 days. For this calculation, every month has 30 days. We don't care about the months that have 31 days. We don't care about the months that have 28 days. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December all have 30 days for this calculation. Number two, there are 12 months, or there's 12 months in a year, which is standard, so we're good there. Now here's the calculation. So what we would do is we need the first day of the last normal menses. Now, two ways you could get tricked up there is if somebody said the last day of the last normal menses. No, it has to be the first day. It must be the first day of the last normal menses. Very important to be the first day of the last normal menses. Okay? So we're going to say that that was, I don't know, let's do July 4th, 2016. So another way we can put that is 7, and let me tab over for you guys. So that could be 07 04 2016. So now we're going to employ our calculation. So how we're going to use our calculation is the calculation is minus, or you subtract 3 months, you add 7 days, and you add 1 year. So what we'll do is we'll come on down. So we have 7, 4, 16. So we're going to subtract 3 months. So we can see that there. And then we're going to add 7 days. And then we're going to add, we're going to add, how long are we going to add? That's right, we're going to add going to add 1 year. Sorry about that. Okay, and so now we're going to do our calculation. So this will be 4/11/2017. So our EDC, or we can call it EDD or EDB, is April 11th, 2017. Super easy, right, you guys? Super easy. Okay, so we have that. So that one was a very easy one. We'll start off with that one. So just remember, subtract 3 months, add 7 days, and add 1 year. So let's do one that's a little more complicated. How about that? Okay. So let's go ahead and try. Let's do September 25th, 2016. So that would be 9. I always put 09. You always want to do that. 25. You tab over. 2016. So remember, our calculation is subtract minus 3, subtract 3 months, add 7 days, and add 1 year. Okay? So when we do that, our calculation, oops, sorry about that. Our calculation will be 6. What is this? 32, 2017. Well, obviously we know that a month does not have 32 days. So what we're going to do is we will subtract, we're going to subtract 1 month. Okay, so to get rid of this 32, we have to subtract 30 days. You guys see that? And when we subtract 30 days, we're actually adding 1 month. Okay, you guys see that? Very easy. So when we subtract 30 days, we add 1 month. And that is going to give us 7/2/2017. So our due date would not be June 32nd. It would be July 2nd, 2017. Okay? That one was pretty easy. Let's do one that's a little bit harder, okay? Sorry, I'm just trying to cut this out. Having a little bit of a difficult time. Okay, so I can't do that. So what we're going to do is, let me just copy and paste. Sorry. Here's what we'll do is we'll just do a new file. Do a new file. Okay, so now let's do one that's a little more complicated. And remember, our calculation is -3 + 7 + 1. Okay, so let's do one that is pretty much the most complex one you're going to have. So let's say that our due date is, the first day of our last menstrual period was February let's say 25th, 2016. So that would be 2/25, 2016. So you guys, here we're going to, remember, subtract 3 months. We are going to add 7 days. And we're going to add 1 year. So now what we're going to have is, so when we subtract those 3 months from February, we're actually going to end up negatively. So, sorry. So when you subtract 3 from 2, you obviously have -1, right, you guys? -1. And then you're going to have, sorry, 32 here. And then we're going to have 2017. Now, this looks like a very crazy calculation. So we need to get rid of this negative first. So what we're going to do is we are going to add 12 months here. And we're going to subtract 1 year. You guys see, because there is 12 months in a year. I'm sorry, my dog is acting crazy. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. So when we do that, we have 11, 32, 2016. So there aren't 32 days in a month, however. So now we've got to get rid of those 32 days. And we are going to subtract, we're going to add 1 month. And we're going to subtract 30 days because 30 days equals a month. And now we can see that our due date, or estimated date of birth, is going to be, I'm so sorry, my dog is barking, 12/2/2016. Okay, 12/2/2016. It looks kind of complicated, but all we're really doing is substituting 30 days for a month, or we're substituting 12 months for a year. If you have any questions, please post it on the discussion board, and I'm more than happy to help you. Thank you.